Now this is a ship that I haven't really featured here on here very much, and this is the Atago. Atago is a pretty versatile boat. It has a really low detect range. It's probably like 9 kilometers or something, 9.9, something like that. It's pretty good for a cruiser. It has 10 203mm guns with really good HE and actually really good accuracy now that they've been buffed a bit, as well as some torpedoes that take a long time to reload, but you get huge coverage on your boat from almost every direction, as opposed to the standard Japanese cruisers where they're only in the tail. And I'm playing this with Mr. Surf and Mr. Boshekk again. This is right after. They're both using the same boats, but I decided to switch to the Atago, and we're top tier. So this is great for us, as is shown for the Massachusetts replays before. Being top tier in Massachusetts is great. Yep, there we go. What is this map? What is this map called? Hotspot. Alright, it's good to finally have a name to that face. So we have plenty of big forces going in, so what we decide to do is we're going to go into B first and then go into C, because if you look at the ships over here, they have a North Carolina, and a Magi, a Lightning, and a Cossack. They have plenty of power over there. We don't need to help them, really. Yep, so I decided to just go up. Boshekk almost decided to go C, but I said, you know what, let's go and take B. Let's go and take B and then push into C from the side so we can get a crossfire. So he agrees with me, and he's going to turn back in a sec. Yep, there we go. I turned to the side a bit and slowed down a little because I don't want to blow the surprise too early. Because as you can see, my detect is about halfway into B. And I want to wait until we actually have contact before I blow my cover. Yep, there's the Amagi. The Amagi could be a little nasty. So I'm waiting for Boshekk to go in and see what he can find. They start taking A. I decide to turn to see if I can get anything. I couldn't. And there is an enemy Atago. And he's advancing, so I'm going ahead and waiting a second until he gives us broadside and stops coming closer, because he doesn't seem to know what's up yet. There we go. There goes Surf's first shots, but sadly his battleship load HE by default. So now that the jig is up and he's going to actually turn away. Yep, see, he's turning away. He's about to turn away. There we go. Here goes my first volley. I immediately switched to AP because he's giving me a lovely broadside. Yep, see, here come the Atago torps. There we go. It takes a moment, but we're finally going to AP. Of course, get lit on fire the first shell that hits, because that's how this always works. Now the Atago isn't angling away good enough. I get hit by the turrets, but luckily his dispersion works against him, and I don't take any citadels. But I guess it's only the Atago, because he wasn't angled well enough, and Boshekk's torps finally get him. So there we go. I go ahead and switch back to HE, just because I expect to have to burn down a battleship soon. My detect snaps back, and I finally go undetected. So yeah, nothing actually came out to face us at B. So I go ahead and wait to see if I can get some shots on turrets. I can't. So I say to Boshekk and Surf, hey, let's go into C. And then Boshekk's like, yep, we'll give you guys some spotting. I turn around as the Cossack pops up, and I try and get my guns on them, but he's probably going to disappear before I can actually get the guns turned. The gun turning's better now in the Atago, but it's still not great. I wait to see where he's going. He's slowing down, so I go ahead and try and bring it a little closer. I think I'm actually going to overshoot him, though. Yep. So I decided to see if I can't get him one more time, because that Cossack is a huge problem for my team. There we go, we're undetected again. And we get 5 hits that time, and I actually kill him with the fire, so my patience is rewarded. There we go, Boshekk has his Hydro up so we can see the torps coming, and I'm going to just hit the slot right now. And that Leander's in smoke now, which is good, because I'll be able to load AP and start blowing things up. I don't fire yet for the Amagi because I'm broadside to him, and if that Amagi gets a full broadside on me, I'll die pretty quickly. I go and try and get some shots on some torps on Leander if he doesn't get killed by guns. There we go, we get 9 hits, really good. And our secondaries start getting into the action, both mine and Surf's. And there we go. Boshekk has managed to melt them down, so now we are the only people in C.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Now they have an Amagi and something over there. I couldn't see what it was. So then I consider coming out to torp them. North Carolina, that's what it was. So Boshekk is going to go behind him, going to go in front. But the Graf Spee manages to get torps on the North Carolina instead. So right here, I'm going to be really careful. Because as I said, the Amagi can just delete me with a broadside if I go out too much. It has that much gun power. So I'll look over the island to see where his guns are pointed. There we go. See, I see his guns go off against the Gnevany, so it's time to shoot. Yep, the Gnevany's going to go up. I angle anyway, just in case, because at this range, I'm not sure if the Amagi's HE can citadel me, but it's good to err on the side of caution. Luckily, he distracts them long enough so we can kill the Amagi, and then I say to the guys, alright, let's turn around and go back into B, because that's the only place where enemies are now. There we go. I heal some of my fire damage, get nice and turned around, and off we go. Now we have 800 points and they have 50, so this has pretty much been a stomp game. We've only lost 1 DD.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Yep, so I start trying to light the turpets on fire a bit. Yeah, see, the Budione tried to get torps off, but it didn't really work. We'll get some shots on the York. The York is far too close for what a York should be. If he was longer range, he might have had the advantage with HE spamming, but at this close range, I out DPM him by a lot. I hit, but he manages to roll good on RNG, and he has 68 hit points left. There goes Surf's pounding the turpets, but as you can see, he's actually turning out and kiting away, which is good because it doesn't want to get in close with the turpets, because it has the trollback and it has torps. There we go. I wait patiently for the York to come out, and there we go. And it's actually the killing shot too for the game.